today we are going to discuss one question called palindromic partitioning. At the first glance, the question looks very hard or something, but it's not very hard, and you need to think from basics. If you think from the basics, it's very simple. So the question is, you'll be given some string. You need to basically give me all the ways in which if you divide the string, then each part is going to be a palindrome. So suppose if you just divide into one, it's like a substring of the length 1. So then it's like single A and then single A and then other single A and then B. So it's like this one. Now if you try to divide it into a substring of the length 2, like if you cut it here after double A, then it's like double A and then B, which is also a in this every string is going to be a palindrome. The other way is, say, what I'm saying is something like this. Suppose A, B is given. So you can put a bar here, or you can also put a bar at this point. But this is not a palindrome. So we will not include this into our final result. And if B is given, you can also divide it into like this way. If you divide into this way, then each part is going to be a palindrome. So we can do it like this way as well. So this way you need to print all of them. So that is the basic idea of the question. So how exactly we have to proceed in this question is, I have written a detailed blog over to this, and I will just go through it once. See, the basic idea is pretty straightforward. How I thought about this problem is something like this. Suppose you're given A, B. So basically what we need to do is, so first how exactly I thought if it is possible to just like process each part of the string. It's like suppose if AAB is given, if I'm able to process it like something like this, suppose this, and then I can process the string like this, this, and other way of processing the string could be like this, and other last way could be basically AAP. So if I'm able to process a string like this, then I'm going to check each bracket and check if this is a palindrome and this is a palindrome and this is a palindrome, then we'll say, okay, this should be added into our result. So when any string is going to be added, we will just check, okay, if this is a palindrome, I'm just using P. If this is a palindrome and this is a palindrome, the other A, and if the last part is a palindrome, then it will be added into our final result. Okay. So similarly, if you see at this point, we'll check, okay, if this is a palindrome and if this is a palindrome, then we will add it into our final result and so on. So like we just have to check each bracket whether each bracket is a palindrome or not. If it is a palindrome, we'll add it, else we'll not add it. So the idea is pretty straightforward. Now the only problem is how we are able to process up this string. So I mean how we are able to divide up this string. So for that I started by printing all of those things, and then I modified it a bit to check whether this bracket is a palindrome or not, and then the question is done. So how exactly is I have done is something like this. So I just go through it in a very slow manner so that you will be able to understand it completely. So basically we need to first process a palindrome of the length 1, and then we need to process all the palindrome of the length more than 1. Okay. So first of all we will say, okay, you need to push the substring of the length 1 from the position location. So this POS is the current location. So from current location, you need to get me one character and push it into the result, and then you need to recur it for the rest of the part, in which S is going to be the given string, and pos plus one is the current location plus one, and this COMB is where we have pushed this substring of the length one. So after processing it, we need to pop it out. So whatever we have pushed, we will just pop out. Since we were just talking here that we need to get this bracket as well. So like before inserting this substring of the length one, I have just pushed this opening bracket, and then there is a closing bracket. And similarly, if we pop, then we have popped this opening bracket, and then we have popped this closing bracket. So with this 6 7 lines of code, we are able to get all the substring of the length one. So basically with this 7 lines, we are able to process up this string, like this part. Okay. So now we just use a loop. Now our step is basically two. Step two means the substring of the length two. So from that, we will just say that, okay, then we also have to take care that this pause plus step. Pause plus step is nothing but current location plus the step size. It should not exceed the length of the string, right? Then it should be like that. And then we do just step plus plus because we have to increment the steps. And then again, the same thing that will get the substring of the length step, which will start from 2 and goes till the until the pause plus size, the step is lesser than the size, and then we will just again like the previous will just recur for the rest of the part, and then we'll just pop it out. So that's it. So with this, the if we pass a string something like ABA, then the output we are going to get will be something like this. So we are able to get all of those things. So now if like when I tried it, once I'm able to done with all of those things, which is basically like if I'm able to get till this point, then we are done, right? Why? Because now I just need to just check only the brackets. If bracket is a palindrome, then I mean if this condition is true, we'll just add it, otherwise we'll not add it, right? So that's what I tried and do it. So I just added only this one line, right? Only one line is before you add, see, before you add, you just check whether this substring, which is basically from pause location till step, we just check this one. If this is a palindrome, then we will add, otherwise will not add. So that is the only condition in which we need to do all of those things. We need to only add if this is a palindrome, if this is a palindrome, and then this is a code here where it is just checking whether it is a palindrome or not. I'm not going to go through that code because it is very basic school level thing. So that's the only thing. Like you can also ask me why you have not checked this palindrome here at the here like before pushing it, because if we are having a substring of the length one, then it itself is a palindrome, so we don't have to check it. So we just did the same thing. We check for the palindrome of the length one, and then we check for the palindrome of length more than one. And the only change here is to check whether if it is a palindrome, then you push it, otherwise you don't push it, and we are good to go. So that is how I tried it, and I think you can just go through it. This solution, I'm going to put this link into the description box as well. See, the only thing why I'm covering this question is because you can see here how to link problems. So basically, if any problem is given, you just started thinking from the very basics. I think there is I have seen a lot of solutions for this problem, but I think nobody has covered this approach because, like, I don't know why, but if you just focus on these approach and think from the very basics, that how exactly I'm going to think, how exactly I'm going to proceed, if I'm able to do this, then what will be my next step, and so on and so forth, then I think the question will make much more sense and it becomes solvable in some coding round or something. So we basically don't have to spend a lot of time. So whatever we know, we just have to use that thing and we need to solve a question. So I think this question I tried to explain it to you. If you have any doubts or something, you can put it down into the comment box, or you can also mail me at my ID, which is given in the description box. Okay, thank you, thanks a lot.